Hello, my name's Nicke. I play drums in Entombed, and you're listening to What's Metal? Kick ass.
Okay. What are the main differences between a festival tour and a headliner or support tour, in your opinion?
Uh, this Full of Hate tour has been good. It's like 6 bands. And you get to meet lots of people, which is cool. And you play shorter set. We play like 35 minutes, which I kind of like because you get, you know, shorter and more intense. You can give everything, sort of. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I like it. The difference maybe is like when we headline it, we can play more songs. We play for about half an hour more when we do the headline shows. So it's kind of hard to pick out all the songs in 35 minutes. That's the main problem, I think, because a lot of people are screaming a lot of songs they want to hear, but we don't have that much time. So, but it's been going really good. This festival tour has been really fun.
Okay, you just released your new album. How was the reaction on the new material so far on the tour?
People seem to get into it a lot. From what we see on stage, anyway, it seems to go down very good, which we're all happy for because we like it. Yep.
And how would you characterize the main differences between Wolverine Blues and the new stuff?
I think that's more up to you to say that, because I play in the band myself. It's kind of hard to analyze what you're doing. I think we just, well, then again, I don't. If I listen to it, I don't hear that much of a difference from the Wolverine Blues and the new one. I mean, that's the those two albums are the ones that are most the same, sort of. If you know, if you count the other, Left Hand Path and Clandestine. So I don't know. I don't think there's so much difference. I just think they're better songs, better sound.
It was a time when nobody hears something of Entombed. People thought the band was quitted. And what happened that time? What was caused that the new album was released so late? No, I heard it. The album was already finished 1 year ago.
No, that's not true. We finished it in September, I think. Yeah. Now the problem is that we changed labels, and that took so long time to do. We didn't even. Well, I thought it was gonna take maybe a couple of months, but it took over 3 years. So, but now it's all cool, you know. It's a bit pain in the ass, but now it's all over. So now we're on Music for Nation, and it's doing cool.
As Entombed is one of the most successful metal bands or death metal bands, I would ask you: is there still a goal for Entombed you want to reach? You're so big now. Is there any goal still?
I don't know what you compare us with, because I don't know if we're that big. But then again, we never had any goals. And I still don't have any goals. I just want to make albums, and hopefully people like it and we can get out to play live. That's been my goal, like, for since we started. Well, my first goal was to record a demo tape, I guess. No, we don't have any big goals or anything. Just want to have fun.
And you, 2 years ago, you still played in Grave. That's right. What was the problem with Grave, and why did you decide to change the band to join Entombed?
Well, Grave came to a point where we didn't have any enthusiasm left for the band. Well, I didn't. We went to rehearsal room and just 3 times a week and we were there, but we couldn't create anything. You know, that was the main thing that I quit. I wanted to move on a little bit, you know, make some other kinds of music, and that's the reason why I left. And after a month or so, after I quit Grave, Entombed asked me to join the band, and And I said yes. It's good fun.
And what do you think about the actual Grave outputs? What do you think of the newest Grave LP?
The Hating Life. I thought it was alright. I think he could do maybe do a little bit better vocals, but that's his style. But I kind of like it.
Are there any future plans now for Entombed so far? Are there any summer festivals planned or anything else?
Yeah, I think there's what we're gonna do is to play festivals in the summer, but I don't know any particular dates or festivals right now. I know we're doing quite a few in Sweden and Scandinavia. Roskilde we're doing in Denmark. I don't know. Just play festivals and then try to get the album out in the States. Get over there, record a new album, so that can be out same time but next year. So try to release one album a year, I think, if we can.
Okay, Sam, say something about your project band, Helicopters. What can we expect in the future, maybe?
First of all, it's not a project band, it's my other band. Yeah, and well, I think we're doing some festivals too, so we're gonna be lots of playing for me in the summer. It'll be fun, because I get double amount of beer playing in two bands. It's cool. I don't know, we just same thing there, one day at a time. Play when it's time and when it's working, you know.
And characterize the difference between Helicopters and Entombed. Do you have any ideas you put in Helicopters that you couldn't use with Entombed, maybe?
Nah, it's a different style of writing. I mean, Entombed is more riff based, while Helicopters is more, you know, song based probably. I don't know. You know, like vocal melodies and stuff like that. I don't know. Just the riffs that are different, you know. And it sounds quite different, but the actual feel is probably the same. You know, just play, having fun, writing, trying to write good songs, sort of. But I couldn't use a Helicopter song for Entombed because it doesn't fit. I guess you have to listen to it to make up your own mind, I guess.
Okay, so I don't know how much you involved in the death metal or metal scene. How would you mark up the future for the whole scene? It's big trends like black metal. Well, 4 or 5 years ago, you got this Entombed style. Everyone tried to imitate the Entombed sound. How do you see the future?
I don't know. The thing is that I don't think any of us never cared about it, because when it was like a death metal trend and then now there's a black metal trend, I don't care about it because all I want to do is play my kind of music and have fun, you know. So I don't know. It's trends coming and going, but if you want to stick in there, you got to do your own thing. I think, and just don't listen so much to what people think it's trendy and stuff. I have no idea what the metal scene is going, and actually, as far as it is now, I don't really care either, because I'd rather see bands that are doing something of their own, sort of.
No, I think I'm not really much into that black metal stuff going around, because for me the black metal has always been Venom. That's what I grew up with, and yeah, I can understand kids though that they get into the scene, because I got into the scene with death metal and I started writing, and sending out demos and trading and stuff. But where it's heading, I don't know actually. There will all be trends and trend followers, but I mean, I'm not really much into the trend stuff. Nowadays, I can hear a lot of bands going out sound like Korn too, and that's another trend, I guess. A lot of bands wanted to sound like Korn and Machine and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Even if I'm not really much into either Korn or Machine, I think that if bands wants to get somewhere, they gotta create their own stuff. and continue doing what they like.
In my opinion, trends are on one hand very important because the trend, if there's a trend, a lot of people listen to it and form the band maybe. And I wonder what were your inspirations in the past when you formed Entombed? I think you also listened to a trend and thought, let's form a band.
When we started, it wasn't really a trend. It was so underground, and nobody heard about it. You know, Repulsion Master and all that. Well, yeah, I see what you mean, but I mean when bands actually copy another band, we never did that. We always steal riffs and stuff like that. But we try to do it with style, so nobody can hear it, you know. But if you listen to Entombed record, of course you hear Slayer and you hear Repulsion and all that. But I think when the trend gets so big that, you know, that's what's negative about it. When people just it's like a blueprint copy of another band. That's what I don't like, and that's destroying it, I think. Same with death metal. Nobody did their own thing. It was some bands, but in general, everybody was copying other bands that were big, sort of, and that ain't happening. I think you can get influenced and inspired by a band, but I don't think the way to do it is to copy it. You know, no, steal with style, and do your own thing with other people's things, sort of. I mean, it's all in the end. It's all rock and roll, I guess. You know, it's not that I'm saying you got to do something completely original, you know, because that's kind of hard, because everything's been done. You know, tricky question there. We'll see what happens with the metal scene.
Okay, coming to something completely different. A long time you made such a big secret out of the fact that you were singing on the second record. Why did you make so much secret of it?
It was like this. We when we did the album, I lay down the what do you call it? I just put down vocals, you know, the way we thought it was gonna be, sort of like, yeah, you know, how the phrasing and all that. And we found Johnny, and he sang a bit like me on that, but we didn't have any time, so I just went in there again and sang it all. And you know, we wrote that it was Johnny who did it, because he was gonna continue doing it. Looking back at it now, I don't think if the same thing would happen today, we would have wrote that it was me. But I don't know, just what we did. Now I don't really care. It's kind of Milli Vanilli thing there, you know. But then it turned out Johnny couldn't sing live and stuff. And most important of all, we got LG back in the band. So I don't know. If we'd done it today, we wouldn't have done it the same way. So, I don't know. I'm not too proud of the vocals anyway, so.
The new album has a very unusual layout, and I think you added 666 in Latin numbers on it. Who was responsible for this idea?
I think Nicke and Alex did most of. They came up with the idea, and it turned out really good. We had a couple of friends helping us out. They had a computer. They run like comic kind of thing, doing comics and stuff. So they helped us out with all the computers, and Alex put in most of it together, and Nicke came up with the idea. It's really cool.